All right. We are live and up in the building. Peace, family. Welcome to Wellness Chat Wednesdays. And we got some music. Like we always gonna start it off with the music for the family. And while we got our guests in the background waiting to be introduced, you know what I'm saying? A topic for the night: are you eligible for vaccinations? I'm saying, yeah, I know the algorithms and when we say those kind of words, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. My mother, yes, she cares for me. Come on in, family. Your mother, yes, she cares for you. My mother is the reason why I am me. Your mother is the reason why you are you. They are the reasons why we are here. They are the reasons why I know you much, and I will show you. Listen, and I will tell you. We love my mother, we love she. We love me, mother, we love mommy. We love my mother, we love she. We love me, mother, we love she. Me love my mother, and yeah, she love me. My mother is the reason why I can breathe. She is the reason why me gonna school and gonna work for the cause that we are surely achieve. She tell me, say, if you give, you shall receive. She is the reason why I believe in myself, because I know, say, I, the universe, the sun, the blessings to me. My mother, yes, she cares for me. Your mother, yes, she cares for you. My mother is the reason why I am me. Your mother is the reason why you are. We are the reasons why we are here. We are the reasons why I. What's up, Corey? Watch and I will show you. Listen and I will tell you. We love my mother, we love she. We love my mother, we love mommy. Yes, we love my mother. They know me love my mother. Me love her, yeah. La, la, la. Yes, me love me. Me love her. Yo, you can hear me? I can hear y'all. The website or whatever. Yeah, y'all gonna be able to do that. Y'all gonna be able to do that. All right, family, we still live on the tube. What's going on? We got people up in here. Peace and love to everybody. Shout out to the family that is on IG. Click the link in the bio, and then you can join us on YouTube. Today, the topic for Wellness Chat Wednesdays: are you eligible for vaccination exemptions? Right? That is a big topic that a lot of people are talking about right now, and we want to know. Yes, you can hear us. Good, good, good. I'm glad the audio is well. We have our guests in the background waiting to come on. That's More Life Solutions. That's brother Manny, or that's Amaru El Bey and his queen, his lovely queen, Huyana Bey. You know what I'm saying? So
Waiting for my lovely queen to jump up on here too. So be patient with us, family. When you come in, do not forget to like the video, thumb up the video, and you can also subscribe to the channel. Peace and love, peace and love. We got the music in the background right now. Yeah.
That's why we talk about anything and everything. But it's so hard to deal with the fact you're not gonna be here when I ask you to hold me. Both of us at times are really just feeling lonely.
Don't forget to share the video to your families right now. Get people in here. If you know anybody that wants any information on vaccination exemptions, how you can be exempt from taking vaccinations, anything about nationality, you know what I mean, or indigenous tribes, this is the time for you to share that video so they can jump in here. This is going to be prime information coming out tonight on Wellness Chat Wednesdays with Balance Healing and More Life Solutions. Yeah, I'm a good host, Go!
Never let go, just hold on. I know it's been so long when I last seen you, but till this day I can tell you that no one could take your place. Even though there's so much space between us, we can't be replaced, and no one could ever come between us. We the perfect couple, just not in a perfect situation, because we dealing with distance and separation. But you can't rush perfection, so we being real patient, and we taking our time, baby. You my motivation. I know we fall from each other, get mad and cuss at each other, but we want each other and we trust each other. Plus one, what's best for each other, and we love each other, and no, I don't want another girl. But it's still hard to deal with the fact you're not gonna be here when I ask you to hold me. Both of us at times are really just feeling lonely. And truthfully,
click the link in the bio, family. Join us on YouTube.
And I really wish you could be here to.
Yes, you made it on time. Peace, peace, peace. Click the link in the bio. Join us on YouTube. We live on YouTube. Prime information on YouTube. Y'all need to join us on YouTube, alright? Let's get it. Need to refill my water. Need some water.
Yes, come on. Come be on camera.
Hold me and don't let go for your exes that they better let go. At the time, babe, you ain't gonna let go. You were always mine, really from the get-go. I'm one of my own girl in the world that can say that she know me. Yeah, you was real before me. All the teachers that took me slowly, and you more than my shorty. You know me. Hold me, baby, just hold me. Baby, just hold me. I wish you could just hold me. I wish that you can hold me and never let go. And never let go. Just hold me. Baby, just hold me. I wish you could just hold me and never let go.
Tell me why you front. Live music, yeah, we gotta give y'all the spirit, you know what I'm saying? Queen is almost ready and done. Let's see more people joining live. Yes, come on in. We are on YouTube. Come join us on YouTube, family. This is the last song before we start this live stream. You know what I'm saying? Before we bring in our guests.
A new report out today showing college dropouts cost states $6 billion.
click the like button, thumb up the video when you come on in. Please thumb up the video, thumb up the video.
52 people were
Subscribe
shot,
to
8
the
of them
channel.
killed in a wave of violence across the city. What is going on?
Peace to the God, peace to the God.
Looking at the world and I start looking down, cause that's where it's headed if we don't start to change now. But start to change how, this is what we gon' do. Telling you
Yes,
stay
thumb up the video.
stay in school. I know some
Subscribe,
listeners
share
say
to your friends and family.
below 52%.
Share to your friends and family right now, family. This is the time we're about to bring in our guests. A lot of information. Join us on YouTube. Yes, we live on YouTube right now, family. If you leave the live on IG, all you gotta do is click the link in the bio and you can join us on YouTube. We live on YouTube right now. About to bring in on the guests, More Life Solutions. That is Amaru El Bey and Huyana Bey. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be speaking about vaccination exemptions, how you can become exempt from these vaccines. Let's talk about it. Greetings, family. Greetings, greetings. Join us on YouTube. Click the live link on you in the bio and join us on YouTube. And family on YouTube, shout out to you. Click the like button while you're here, subscribe to the channel, and share to your family and friends. Enjoy the music. Look out the world.
Tell me what you see. I see a lot of girls getting raped on the street. I see a lot of jugglers, no diplomas, no degrees. I see a lot of cops selling guns to the G's. I see a lot of babies, happy babies. I see a lot of girls, but where's the ladies? I see a lot of people, but they acting lazy. Complaining but no action, and that shit is crazy. Love, peace, unity, strength, equality, leadership and honesty, help with the economy, knowledge, education, respect and motivation, wisdom and patience. What do you see? What do you see? Because I can't believe what my eyes reveal to me. All the love and fantasies. Looking at the world, damn, I need a telescope. Cause it really is a small world. What we need is hope. Hope for the children and hope for the ones that gotta go through the struggle and know it's gonna come home. And know that better days will come, but you must believe in God because He's the only one that can save us from destruction when it's the right from the sun. Try picking up a book instead of picking up a gun. And I don't like to read, but I still do it. Cause knowledge is something that you need. Not to be a follower, you gotta be the one to lead. You gotta be the one to try to make a difference. Listen, believe me when I say, look at the world. What do you see? What do you see? Because I can't believe what my eyes reveal to me. All the fantasies. Look at the world.
All right. Let's cut the music off real quick. All right, family. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to another Wellness Chat Wednesday. And today's topic, like I said earlier, is: are you eligible for vaccination exemptions? You are here now with myself, Donald, the jack of all trades. I am the masculine side of Balance Healing. And my wife will be joining us shortly. That's Botanica Goddess. You know what I'm saying? She is the feminine side of Balance Healing. And today we are going to be joined by More Life Solutions. And I want them to speak for themselves. So they'll basically be dropping bombs on you guys with the jewels and the information and everything. So let me just bring them on real quick. If I had the sound effects, I would have the clapping going on, like, but I didn't plug that in just yet. We're going to get there soon. So let me go to here. Let me make sure that I can do this properly. And we want to make sure the audio is good too. So family, when they do come on, let me see if you guys can hear them well. And we're gonna be rolling. So let me get them on real quick.
Let's see each other when we're on there.
Isn't that late? It's like a 15 something.
All right. Can y'all see them? Can y'all see the family? Can y'all talk? Peace. What's up? What's going on, Huyana? What's going on, man?
Peace.
God.
The levels is good. The levels is good.
Guys on YouTube, can y'all see? Can y'all hear them? Put a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear. Can you see and hear our guests?
Look at us.
Yeah, they can hear us.
Peace. Mic check. Family on YouTube. Can you see and hear our guests? What's up, Quadro? Quadro, can you see and hear everybody? Want to make sure that the audio is good on YouTube. I know family on IG, please join us on YouTube. Yes, all right. You know what I mean? We got a yes in the chat. That's live. All right, so I know you guys. You know what I mean? We're, you know what I mean, tight, close friends. You know what I'm saying? We family. So, but there's family on here that don't know you guys and don't know exactly what you guys do. So if you guys would like to explain to the family what it is that you guys do, you guys, the floor is yours. Just give them a quick breakdown. Hey, Carissa's in the building. What's up, Carissa? Peace. Join us on YouTube, y'all. Click the link in the video. All right, so yes, the floor is yours. More Life Solutions, Manny, Amaru El Bey, and Huyana Bey. Please let the family know who you are, what you guys do, more about your businesses, and you know what you plan to bring to the platform tonight with your information.
Peace, family. How's everybody doing? So, you know, More Life Solutions. We're an indigenous company, you know, operating in our own jurisdiction. We'll get more into that later on in the show. You know, we deal with holistic health, nationality services, you know, doing consultations and all that, economic as well, business registrations. Could look more into that on our website. Maybe we'll get, you know, touch on that as well. You know, once again, it's morelifesolutions.com, and we're here to build, let the people know, get the info, what the Domo and Botanica, Balance Healing, and ready to answer any questions that y'all have and give you any information that you guys need.
Dope. You want to add anything, Huyana?
Hi, Huyana Bey here. He pretty much broke it down. I mean, if you have any questions on anything that you feel we missed, just let us know. We'll answer any questions that you have.
All right, and the feminine energy just walked into the building. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? All right, yeah. I'm so glad that you know, we got to do this live stream tonight, because you know there's a lot of people that's been inquiring and asking about how they can become a part of an indigenous tribe or an indigenous government, and how they can receive these vaccination exemption papers that everybody's talking about. They hear about these different laws, these different treaties, and people want to know more information about it, right? So, you know, me and myself and Manny are both health masters within ARNA, right? But he also did the juris course, so he knows a lot more about the legalities and things of that nature. So this is a pleasure to have bring him on so he can break it down to you guys in a way that, you know, will resonate with you, and it's gonna be easily understood, right? But you guys do have to do your own due diligence and do your own work, and you know what I mean, make sure you guys are stern in doing those things. But with that being said, yes. So the topic is, are you eligible for vaccination exemption. So I want to basically lay that to the family and how, like, the question is right there. How can somebody be eligible for that? You know what I mean? Like, can you explain?
And are there people here who think that they do not want the vaccine?
Yeah.
And, you know, are not understanding, like, what they can do.
We got math students in here.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any questions on how to? I don't see. I'm trying to read the comments.
Join us on, yes, awesome topic. Please join us on YouTube. We have guests on YouTube that's going to be breaking this down and talking about this topic, right? So click the link in the bio. Leave the live. Click the link in the bio. We're here right now, and you can join us right now. You can ask questions. And guess what? We're going to have a Q&A segment of this part too. So we're gonna put the link in the chat, and y'all can join in, and you can ask questions too, right? So that's going to be at the Q&A part. All right. So, yeah. I'm asking that question to the floor. Like, how can one be eligible for a vaccine? Can they still be a citizen? Can they be an immigrant? Can they be, like, these are the questions that are frequently asked questions from other people that are, you know, so just just drop whatever it is that you can on them, and then I'm going to just intertwine and ask other questions. You know what I'm saying? So, what you got for us, family?
It's all about jurisdiction. You know, a lot of people are too familiar with, jurisdiction in the United States and indigenous governments. So, as most people do know, when we think of Native Americans, we think of, the Asian monotype.
Okay.
When, in actuality, indigenous peoples are the melanated peoples of the planet, not just Africa. Well, you still see me?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
All right, I was getting a little
Pop up saying something about the.
So, we're indigenous to the planet pretty much, So we've been here way before any European came over. We actually our ancestors actually helped set them up in their governments. And it's all documented on the records, and that's just a whole nother story. It was just a brief, just so you guys can know exactly what it is and where it's coming from. It's not something that just happened overnight or people just started talking. It's always been around. So when you're dealing with nationality and citizenship, being African American, Black, Negro, Afro-Latino, Hispanic, that puts you in second-class citizenship, known in the 14th Amendment. So with that, you're a subject citizen with limited rights. When the United States set up their government, it was set up to be just their thing. They had the little villages in the 13 colonies, and we had our government overseeing them, but they had their little colonies. It was just for them, just for Europeans. So through the years, their savageness and all that, they started taking over and all the killing and, taking over the land, and that's how they pretty much got established and expanded. Set up their government, and it was set up to be just their thing. They had a little bit. What's that?
That was the live that was open. You good? Don't worry. That was an echo of yourself. My bad, King. Keep doing your thing.
So in 1865, around there, what is it? Somewhere around that time, I can't remember the exact year. They drafted the 14th Amendment, and that's what started pulling our people into their citizenship if they're not known belonging to an indigenous tribe. So with that comes the jurisdiction. So operating in our jurisdiction, we could still interface with the United States. Still do business, still do whatever you've been doing. Just now you have human rights protection that's protected by international law. For example, we have the United Nations Declarations for Indigenous People, Article 24. Matter of fact, let me see. Can I do the screen share?
Screen share? Yeah, absolutely. You should be able to just hit screen share, and try it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Let me know what you see on here. My first time doing this, so I'm trying to see.
Look, man, we all had to, you know what I mean, get intertwined with this. We was actually using Zoom already before this whole pandemic and all that stuff hit, you know what I mean, with the homeschool and all that. Shout out to Zyx. We're going to speak about that too. Yeah, so, yep, there you go.
Well, see there? All right. All right, let me just go.
What do you see?
So, you see that website, right?
Our website right now. All right.
Cool. All right. This is on our website, More Life Solutions, right? What's going on here? All right. We got Article 24 of the UN DRIP here, as you can see down here.
Yeah, we can see.
People have the right to their traditional medicines and to maintain their health practices, including the conservation of their vital medicinal plants, animals, and minerals. So this is one of many. They have a whole list. We have that on our IPA website, which is the Indigenous Political Authority. And that was created by Chief Ali, Dr. Ali Muhammad, as most of you know of. Mm-hmm. And pretty much all of this right here that we have here. So we have the Aboriginal Medical Association that me, myself, my wife, and Domo and Valentino are part of as certified naturopathic indigenous doctors. So, you know, we have the right to study our medicines, do our holistic healing, and you know, follow our indigenous traditions and our way of life and everything like that. And it's a human right. That's the big thing. It's not a civil rights, it's a human right. So this is, you know, one of the things that goes with jurisdiction and all.
Indeed.
And then, hold on, I got one more thing to show. This is on our protocol too as well. The Honor Aboriginal Republic of North America. This is on our protocol manual. So you see what it says here. This is the United States Statute Code, Title 42, Chapter 21, Section 1983. And as you can see, what it says here is pretty much the deprivation of any rights and privileges and immunities secured by the Constitution. Now, the Constitution is supreme law of the land. Anything that's, you know, any other laws that was made up after that is pretty much, it's not positive law, is what we call it. Positive law is pretty much something that's based on the Constitution that was proven in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the Supreme Court of the land. That's the federal jurisdiction. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we was have any issues or whatever, and we got to go to court. We'll remove it from the state court, so any criminal court, and we'll take it to the federal court. And we use these laws right here that apply. So, you know, these are just some of the rights that you can see here that we have as nationals. It's not for the 14th Amendment citizen. As a subject citizen, you pretty much chattel to the United States. And, you know, probably hear some people, you know, try to say, oh, paperwork don't matter, none of that stuff. But this is something that our indigenous ancestors set up. And it's laws to this day, you know. Between this and having and the Moorish rights, and I'm not talking about the Moorish science of
Temple of America.
Yeah, that's a religious factor. But you know, as Moors, we have, you know, Moorish descent. Those are the indigenous people from West Africa that was here before as well.
Okay.
So like I said, you know, it's all about jurisdiction. These are some of the rights that's here that we use. And this is what we use as well as the vaccination forms that has these laws on there that you can show to, you know, whether you're traveling or your job, your schools, because this is something that affects our health and hospitals and all that affects our health, and that we cannot, you know, it's our right not to take the vaccine because of the contraindications, which is a scientific term that's used. And, you know, when you go, you know, dealing with the law and all that, they know what it is.
Smooth. I'm loving it. Good info. Make sure y'all like the video, thumb up the video while y'all in here. Share the video to your family and friends. You know, while we have our guests in here tonight, dropping all this good information. Again, you're here with More Life Solutions. This is Huyana and Amaru El Bey.
Are there any questions so far? And if you want to have a detailed question, let us know so we can.
How do you find out if you are an indigenous person? Somebody asked that in the chat.
We have a genealogy department that we can set up and everything. So honor the Aboriginal Republic of North America, the Shiamo tribe. It's for 14th Amendment citizens. So if you were born in the United States, and you have the birth certificate, and you have the genotype, we call it the eyeball test, the melanated skin, big lips, the nose, the hair type, and all that. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things, and then we have a deeper, a more in-depth genealogy search that we do. Our people, indigenous of the North, they do that, as well as Chief Ali. He does it at headquarters as well. And there might be some other jurists that's throughout the states that can do so too. But there's some, we could get more in depth with that as well. And if you weren't born in the United States, let's say you were born in Dominican Republic, Jamaica, or whatever, we have the IPA, which is the International Political Authority. And with that, you can join under that sector, and it still gives you the same rights as you were in HARNA. It's just HARNA's the umbrella tribe to the IPA. So if you was born, that was developed from Chief Ali for people for international that were born, all the indigenous people throughout the planet. And if you happen to be living in those countries or whatever, you can set up your jurisdiction through the IPA through there. So like here, we're in the process of restarting the jurisdiction here. So that's going to cover on and the IPA, and we'll have more detail with that, within the next couple of weeks or so. We have I have the videos on my website as well.
I just put y'all website in the chat as well, so.
The screen share, right?
Huh?
You can see about the screen share?
Yeah, you still on the screen share. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I have the honor orientation videos here with Chief. He goes through everything. 4 videos. Breaks down a lot of information here. And if you need more information, you can always just book a consultation with us, and we sit down for half hour, or whatever, and answer any more questions that you have. And you get a lot of information from these 4 videos as well.
Dope.
So is anyone confused about any part of it? And trust me, it took me a while to understand everything, before I nationalized too. So if you have questions, they're definitely welcome.
Okay, we have another question from the same person. Okay, I know I have American tribal roots on my father's side. Does this have to come from the matriarchal side? So basically, she asked her about her mother, meaning like if she doesn't know the roots or her lineage from her mother's side, just because she knows that she has American tribal roots on her father's side, is that okay, or does she have to know from her mother's and father's side?
Yeah, that's fine. Especially if you identify, as yourself as living, for black or indigenous or whatever. You resonate, you identify, you have the genotype and all that. Then yes, you're good. You just gotta be, HARNA. The HARNA side is the more strictest side, and then we have the IPA. So with HARNA, eventually you gotta be vegan. You have to get what's, it's all about family structure. That's the first form of government. So you gotta get with your wife or your husband, eventually be married, and nation building starts at the home. there's no for people that are gay or what have you, the honest side is not for you. That's why he established the IPA, because the honest side, it deals with living with in your indigenous capacity and indigenous laws, natural laws. But he has the IPA for that, so you could be more open, and because you still have the rights, even if you're gay or not, you have your indigenous rights. So you have the IPA for that sector. So it's a little less strict on the IPA, and on is just more of you really going full blast on your indigenous paradigm and stuff like that. So, like I say, it goes over that on the videos as well.
Okay. Peace, Laka. This is somebody in the chat. She's also a national as well, but she has a question. But she was saying that, well, not a question, more or less statement, I guess. She says, pardon for being late. I think that becoming a national needs to be understood as far as the footwork that needs to be put in. So I'm going to word that into a question is like, okay, if somebody's on here and they're saying, I hear you saying national, right? Or versus a 14th Amendment citizen, right? So how is it that I can do, what do I need to do, what practices, what protocols do I need to follow to become a national, right? Also, you are watching 4 nationals on here right now. You know what I mean? I'm a national as well, my wife, and then Huyana, and her husband, Manny, is a national as well. So, but what is the process that people have to go through so that they can become a national? Because you can't, that form that you're seeing on the screen right now, you won't be able to use that form if you're not a national, right?
Yeah.
So.
And can people from the IPA, yes, it says it. People from the IPA can use this.
Oh, was that you broke up?
No, I was asking if those who are part of the IPA can use this, but yes, I see the title is on there as well, Indigenous Political Authority.
All right, so, besides, it's a few things to join us, the national. Just go back to the website. So we have, go hit the honor tab, right? So we have a video here. So here attached is the International Right to Remedy. Shows all the international laws that covers, for indigenous people. Here we have the Indigenous Political Authority website. It goes there, you can view that and see we have the Constitution there as well. That's the honor drip. We have a video here from Chief, a 20-minute video, because you get an exam, and just you use this and the Constitution, which the link is at the bottom of the page, to answer the questions, and read this as well. Pretty much most of this material here is what's in the video. So you just go over all this, read it through, watch the video, watch it a few times. There's no deadline on the exam or anything like that. This is just so you can get a good knowledge and understanding of your heritage and what it is to join tribal government and the actual history. As you can see on the page, answers a lot of questions that, that if we missed any or whatever, you get a lot of information here. I got straight from Chief Ali. Bottom of the page, we have a new national exam form. Download the file. If you don't have, a Word document or whatever, I could send it to you on an email format or whatever. Just contact us. Just let me know. It's the intake form that you complete as well. Download the Honor Constitution and then the Honor Protocol as well, which is pretty much a manual of how to go things. That's what we were looking at a while ago when I was showing you all the different laws from the U.S. statute and stuff like that. It's a lot of information on there. It's like almost close to a 200-page document.
Wait, we don't hear you.
Yo, speak again, bro. You started going down. Your volume's really low. Nah. You gotta talk a little loud. Speak, keep going.
Can y'all hear him?
Y'all can hear me? Yeah, real low. I don't know what happened. How they sound online, family? They sound good? Or is that just us? Hey, peace, Dimitri. How's the audio right now?
King is asking about how to find the indigenous side.
Hold up. You sound like you was coming back. Keep going.
So,
Oh, they said
okay, they can't
no.
hear.
It's
They
yeah.
can't hear y'all.
It's y'all. I thought it was us. It's
Yeah, they can't hear you.
Something happened to your mic. I thought it was something going on with us. It was good, and then it just went out.
It cut out of nowhere.
We'll go back to the Zoom page and see here.
The speaker blew out. That's,
So you can hear us low?
yeah, you sound lower than you were before.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to see what's going on. I don't know. We didn't even touch anything with the mic.
Yeah, it seemed like something like died or, was no longer plugged in correctly.
Nope. Hear me? Hear me better now?
I mean, I have the speaker all the way up, and you still sound low, but you sound better to me. I want to make sure they can hear y'all online, though. Thumbs up. 1 if they sound good. 2 if they sound bad. Help me out, family. I want to make sure before they continue, because we need to make sure y'all getting all this good information. I also put their website in the chat. If you just scroll up, you'll see their website in the chat. We can see all the questions as well. Somebody said, Clarissa suggested maybe you guys could just switch devices. Y'all could jump back on the call from another computer or
actually you guys could stay on the device you're on and just mute it.
Oh yeah. You can,
that way you can still share the screen and then
your audio.
They can't hear you at all. They said
they can't hear.
But yeah, if you just jump on your phone and use the phone for audio, but then leave the device you're on now so you can continue to share the screen, that might work. Nah, not if you mute the one you're on now.
Just mute the one you on now, the computer, and then use that same link. Just join the Zoom from where you are, and so we can hear you.
And it might even be better if you just take off the audio. So you do that by you hit the button next to the mic and then stop audio.
We see you.
Yeah.
On the other phone.
He's in the beach right now.
You on the beach?
Yeah, so go ahead and turn off the audio on the one you're on. So hit the button next to the mic.
There you go.
Nah, they're still gonna hear the echo because they're hearing the sound from that one. So they have to turn off the audio.
Whole audio, yeah.
The little arrow next to the mic.
There's an arrow next to the mic. You click that arrow, and it should say audio settings.
Leave computer audio.
Look, this is a Zoom tutorial class right now.
Nah, it's not. That's not it. All right, just turn the volume all the way down on the computer. That should work. No, turn it all the way down. On the computer. No.
Right now.
I think it's better.
Talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. How they sound, family? They said better. Somebody said better.
All right, sorry.
I don't know what happened.
We never did a live before. We don't even know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Hey, look, listen. We all had to learn. You know what I'm saying? This is good. Y'all here with the family. You guys are dropping some good information for the family to take in. So we also got some more questions in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And don't worry, guys. We're gonna put the link for y'all to jump on in the chat soon. So stay forward for that. And if you guys also wanna share that video, please do so. Like the video, thumb up the video. Shout out to Iman, you know what I'm saying, D Coalition, Love and Light, you know what I mean. Shout out to Sister Dimitri, you know what I'm saying, Laka, the Zayx family, and Arna family. You know what I mean? Aboriginal Republic of North America. We have Manny and Huyana Bay with us tonight. More Life Solutions. Are you eligible for vaccinations exemptions? Right? So they already been dropping a whole bunch of stuff. If you guys missed it, you guys can come back to the live and see it. But keep it going, because also there's more questions in the chat if you guys want to address those. But if you guys have anything else you guys want to drop on the family while you guys got your screen up still, please do so. We can hear you a lot better now. So
I know people are thinking this is like overwhelming because there's a lot to take in. But when we do the consultation, it'll be a lot easier for you to understand it. It's just so much that we're trying to give you right now all at once. But when you get a consultation, it will be a lot easier to understand us. We'll try to answer the questions as best as possible right now. But it really isn't, like, when you go through the process and get your paperwork and everything done, it really isn't that hard. It's just going out and doing the work, because you do have to go to courthouses. You do have to go and do a whole bunch of changes with your paperwork, like as far as your social security and your birth certificate and things like that. But it's pretty much I mean, it's not that
We
hard.
walk you through
Yeah,
it. We
we'll
walk
help
you
you.
through it, and plus in the documents, it shows you what documents to do with what, stuff like that, to get notarized and authenticated, for that matter. And get confused, you know, you can always hit us on the email, the text, or whatever, but we walk you right through.
Yeah, I think some people are still confused about the eligibility part. So someone says, I don't understand how to find the indigenous side. So I don't know if you want to address that, but it's really simple. You know, if you were born here and you have melanated skin, that's a big sign of eligibility right there.
Yeah, as simple as having a indigenous, a simple your last name. If your last name is, most people, your last name will automatically let us know where your family is from, unless you were married and you took on that last name. But that's why we do the background check. We'll do a background check, and we'll let, like he said, we'll send it to headquarters, and they'll check from there and let us know.
Yeah, we do a good, complete background check. And, indigenous side is pretty much, anybody that's pretty much born in the United States, melanin, dark skin. Even though me, I'm light skinned, darker than most, white, pale. And the pale.
So good, family.
But still got the features, so that's what we call the eyeball test, the lips, the nose, the hair, and everything like that. So those are some of the ways And then if you want to go more in depth, then you do the genealogy test, research, I should say. And you could do that with our family indigenous to the north. And they'll walk you right through it and give you the results that you were looking for if you want to go more in depth. Sometimes they go back, like 4 or 5 generations. And then you can also speak with your, if you're able to your family members, your aunt, your uncles, your grandparents. Listen to them, listen to their stories and stuff like that, and break it down. That's one of the things that happened with me when I joined. I got some family history on my mother's side and my father's side. And there was good information that I never knew that finally, it led me to ask and speak with the relatives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, speak, ask questions. You want to get more in depth, do the genealogy test, and you'll get your results.
Yeah.
For the most part, the basis of it, is for melanated people, for us people that's been, pretty much called African American, Afro Latino, Hispanic, Black, Negro, stuff like that. Those are misnomers. That's not how we identify ourselves, and that puts you in different jurisdictions.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, it's all paperwork game, and you just gotta set it right. So that's what we're here to help you guide it, and and show you some of the benefits and protections that you get for being in your proper status. It's a correction status.
Yeah.
This is something that they know what's going on at the tops, at the higher top, U.S. Capitol, all them places in D.C. and Virginia and you know the Masons and all that, they know what it is, you know. So a lot of our people, we don't know what it is, and that's not even a heavy conversation in our community, especially, you know, after speaking off in the Bronx. I live in the Bronx, Harlem, Queens, been out in Brooklyn, and you know, we have the God bodies that speak on some of, you black man is God and stuff like that. And you hear some of the Moorish people speak on it. But you know, my neighborhood, we didn't have that. You know, we had the God bodies and stuff like that, but you know, it wasn't really saying much about nationality and stuff like that. So that's what we're here for, to help spread the information. Still to this day, all the information out here, still a lot of people that's just coming to it. And, you know, everybody comes around it. You know, when it's their time. You know, you attract what you put out.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Resonating that energy, so it's coming right to you. So now it's the time. So you know, it was been a big thing with me. You know, about starting government. So I seen Chief Ali about 5-6 years ago talking about it on Sound TV. I was like, nah, this is something. Started doing research and all that, seeing how official it was, and that's what pretty much sparked the light. And
I had the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did the juris course, did the health course, because you know we always learned about the herbs and stuff like that. You know, from our families. You know, the earth is healing. It gives us, the universe gives us what we need. So I always pretty much knew about that, but just now it just pretty much put it on a whole nother level, dealing with, you know, with the family and stuff like that. And with the DoMoJOAT and Botanica, we build constantly and stuff like that. We learn off each other and we keep it going. That's the union, that's the family. So that's why we started the jurisdiction as well. And so we can have the weekly meetings. We're going to be doing them in other ways, and we'll talk more about health, more about law and economics and how to move. You start a business and let me just show you real quick.
And while you pull that up, I want to point out sometimes it might be hard for people to understand why is it okay for me to get a nationality correction, or a status correction, right?
Mm.
And it was hard for me because I didn't understand before that, like, literally the people who were here first were melanated people. They were not these people that people, you know, what do they call it, $5 Indians?
The $5 Indians, you know what I mean, the Europeans that basically paid the money to get the same benefits or all the rights that were said to be for, you know what I mean, the real indigenous people, the melanated folks that look like us.
Yeah,
you know
so when you read like certain historical documents, you might find them say something like, oh yeah, the black-skinned people who were here when we came to the shores and things like that, because they weren't these pale Native Americans. They were brown and black. So yeah, that I think that's important to note. And then even like, so my mother's family is from Jamaica, and so I know that there's some indigenous people called Maroons there with straight dark skin,
Mm-hmm.
with a little red hair, you know, and they were there before Jamaica was colonized. And you know, now you go there, you see Asians running things and stuff like that, but like that's how colonization works. It looks like some things start to look like it's the norm when that's not how it was.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
crazy,
it's just throughout the years, the colonization that happens. Even what you think of for the Mayans and the Olmecs and stuff like that, those were you know, I always knew that since I was younger too. When you look at, you know, Mexicans and people from South America, you could see they look Asian type. So I'm like, I could see they came from Asia. So they actually came from South Asia. So there's documents from Verrazano. I can't remember his first name, but you know, we got the Verrazano Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's John D. Verrazano, something like that. He has documents stating the two different tribes that were here, and he states the superior tribe as opposed to their tribes that were here. They were showing them the ropes. So the Olmecs is actually the She tribe, XI. That's the what you also would know as the Powhatan, which is actually just a ceremony from the solstice and the equinoxes. That's what it actually is. Powhatan is a name one of the generals from Britain that named the She tribe the Powhatan. But that's what happens throughout the years. You say, every 100 years or something, you got a whole new generation of people here. So if you pushing things for like 20, 30 years, taking over and re-educating the people you colonizing, eventually you're going to lose track of history. So that's what happened with our people from the Caribbean to here, the States. We've been denationalized. So that they took away our nationality. They took away our culture, our spirituality and stuff like that. So that's why we're so confused. We don't know exactly what is our culture and stuff like that. Now it's coming around more with all the information going around and stuff like that. And some people still have it in their families, people that was fortunate to have their great-grandparents and grandparents in their families to speak on the tradition. So always speak to your elders. They
Definitely.
Some wisest people that got a lot of information. Can't shut them out. That's why, we always put them first as well as the wife and the kids. Like when we eat and stuff like that, the children, I should say, excuse me. So, when we eat supper and stuff like that, the elders, the wife, and the children will eat first, and then the men will come down and eat.
All right.
Like that we lost, we just got to keep building and bringing back the indigenous paradigm. And it's gone. That's what this star here is for as well. This is, we have a binary star system. So this means 4 different things here. So Chief put this here.
Well, we can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
So some people heard, the second sun coming around and stuff like that.
Can you hear
Coming
me?
in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So it's been here. We discovered it in 2011. We discovered it in 2011. If you go on Google, I don't know the actual shots, but we could get that if you really want to look at it. You need to look at with an infrared. And you see other reports now saying that there's a whole lot of extra energy that's been in the atmosphere. They claim they don't know where it's coming from, but we know what it is. And this is from the Hopi tribe, the Dagoon tribe, and the Sheep tribes. They all spoke about the star, and even the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he spoke about it coming back as well. So this is what this black star represents. One of the things. It also represents the creation and its conditions, which is air, fire, water, and carbon, the earth. And then the condition is hot, cold, wet, and dry. And that's how you pretty much formulate life. That's the structure, that's the natural book, and that's what everything is made out of.
Got you.
As you get more into it, you get deep in the knowledge. And then as for the nationality and the consultation services, there's several things that comes with it as well. So you get a business, so you learn. We show you how to operate as a business, and to be tax exempt as well. So with these forms, you could purchase a vehicle, you could get your cell phone on the your business name, your house, or anything that you do with your regular Social Security. We show you how to get your EIN and operate that way as well, and get your Dun and Bradstreet number so you could start building your credit as well. And you get a trust agreement. You redo your indigenous trust, and you pretty much get it pretty much reassuring and restating it to the Aboriginal government and taking it away from the U.S. government. And now you have it in full control of your trust and stuff like that. You get your EIN. We do a cancellation of your birth certificate, because your birth certificate is pretty much used as collateral and the stock market. So when you do this, when you cancel your birth certificate, it's not like you're not going to have a birth certificate. It's going to be there. It's going to be used specifically for your birth records and nothing else.
Like a genealogy report.
Yeah. You get a eyeball genealogy report, and like I said, if you want to get more in depth, you can get that service. You get your tax exempt certification with the W-9 form for your business, and then if you want to do other businesses to operate as an unincorporated association, you can do so, help you get a bank account and stuff like that, and you operate your business. That's how I'm operating my business.
And it's a legit business. Like when the small business loans were coming out, like we were able to do that because we have an EIN. We are a business. So, if you're working your passion, you're gonna need a business anyway. So that way you can like fund your business when there's free money going out.
You're gonna need that tax ID, man. Stop using that social.
Yeah, you get your tribal ID, you get your tax. Even if you join the IPA, there's an option. You could pay for this service that's here on the screen as an IPA member as well, and you get the same things. But for the IPA, if you just want to join just to be in that political party, you can just do that. But if you want to get these benefits here and stuff like that, you can do that as well and still be a member of the IPA. So it's a lot of advantages that you can take and just just continue to learn and continue to build with everything that we have. We're still learning as well. We know a lot, but knowledge is infinite, so we continue to build. So that's why when we start doing our weekly meetings and stuff like that, we're going to be building off each other too, presenting a lot of information and getting a lot of feedback. Everybody knows something that you don't know. So while we're building together and stuff like that, you talk your experience, you bring your knowledge, and we build, and that's how we unify. Go from this to this. This can't be broken. So
Strong as a fist, that finger, bro. You know what I'm saying? So. Nah, that was well put, man. Indeed.
They don't want that.
Exactly, But unity, us unifying, that's definitely the goal. And what I wanna kinda cut in and say, cause what I think that our people need to unify on is something, this thought of when it comes to these vaccines, right? I wanna bring it kinda back to the vaccines. Because I know you said earlier, you was like, we gotta talk to our elders. We gotta listen to our elders, and I'm definitely for that. I think we gotta pay homage and we gotta pay, respect, dearest respect to our elders. They've been our age. We haven't been their age yet, so they've had experiences that we haven't. But I feel that us as, not for lack of better words, the youth to them, or us being younger, the younger generation. Right, we've experienced things that they necessarily haven't experienced, even though they're a lot older than us, right? And with us being able to have those experiences, we come with a new thought where it's like, hey, we don't want to put these things, foreign things, inside of our body, right? But there might be a group of elders, right? In all these communities, you can be Christian, you can be Moorish, you can be an Israelite, you can be Muslim, any one of them, right? Pretty sure, right? There's still somebody there that's saying, hey, you need to do that, right? Yeah. So with that being said, it's like, listening to your elders, right? What now could we kind of say to them if you wanted to kind of persuade that, like, hey, listen, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, look, we had to do smallpox, we had the measles, we had the influenza, we get the flu shot every year, and you telling me about this COVID vaccine. Like, why should I not have to do this? And if I want to go back to work, or if I want to go back to school, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk to the family. And somebody in the chat is saying facts.
Because elders tend to be kind of stuck in their ways and, a little bit more fearful and just reliant on what authority figures say. But our generation has, like he said, comes with a new school of thought. We come with a lot of courage and outspokenness and thinking outside of the box. So naturally, we would be the ones to try to gear towards a new way of life where we're not just gonna take their crap and do whatever they tell us to do. Unfortunately, they listen to the news instead of the younger generation. Exactly.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something similar. Unfortunately, they don't think the way we do. They're you can say brainwashed. And their minds are conditioned differently. Some people are not gonna want to do it. You can't force everybody to do. All you can do is drop the jewels and tell them what we know, and it's really up to them if they really want to do it. You can't force it on anyone at all. Some people are gonna want to do it, some people are gonna want to take stuff in their ways. There's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the stuff like with the vaccine. So with the vax, so apparently this is a it's a whole new way that they pretty much created with this vaccine with the messenger RNA. So what they do, what this is actually doing, is that they're injecting you with a spike protein. That's pretty much us as Aboriginal people, indigenous peoples. We have a lower count than Eurasians, Europeans, and Asians naturally. Because what it is, they have a higher count because their body, they're more, they're nitrogen fixated. So nitrogen is not a good thing for our body. Nitrogen depletes oxygen. We need oxygen in our cells to breathe. Our cells need to breathe. Each and every cell in our body, for every organism, you need to breathe. So whenever you place nitrogen inside the body, which is in a lot of food from the standard American diet, like rice and stuff like that, it's just gonna it's gonna deplete the oxygen from your body and stuff like that. So one of the ways that we definitely know that we don't need nitrogen in the body is the urea cycle system that we have. That literally, with the liver, it removes pretty much the carbon and the oxygen neutralizes the nitrogen.
Wait, your sound went out. Your sound went out, Manny.
Like that. So we know our body's constantly working, especially the liver is working. That's your stomach, your liver. That's the base of your immunity. It's constantly working to get rid of nitrogen. So when you feed your body nitrogen, it's just causing chaos. So with Europeans and Asians, they have higher counts. They're nitrogen-based fixators. That's why you see like white people. They can't be out in the sun for too long. So that's one of the main examples of how we have a different structure with our cellular membranes, our relationship with the sun. We tan, we get charged up. They get burnt up, a lot of them and stuff like that. They need sun protection. We have a chemistry with the sun. So, and that has to deal with carbon and nitrogen. We're more carbon-based people, they're more nitrogen-based people. That's why we gotta eat more carbon-based foods.
Yeah, so, and we're not trying to say.
That's why they have.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, we're not trying to say that, somebody's better than the other. I really want y'all to understand that we are genetically different.
It's science.
It's science. It's facts.
That's what it is.
That's facts.
You can't get mad at the sun. You can't say the sun is racist because of the racial relationship the sun has with us and then with other certain groups. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So
it is what it is.
They know this though. They study melanin. They know about melanin, and melanin is just not the pigment. Melanin, you have melanin in every cell of your body. So they know this. They have conferences every couple of years. So they know more about you than you do. So so like I was saying, so like as you heard, the vitamin D, you need that sunlight and all that, and it's been reports that you see that helps with the virus. So what this does though, with everyone being locked in, trapped in the house, not going outside, not getting sunlight, not getting the vitamin D, that's vitamin
Come
D1,
to the
D2,
link in the
D3,
bio so you can come to YouTube and see the guests. They're
so
sharing their screen. Come to go to the bio and click the link and come and join.
That's a whole nother vitamin D structure that's good for Eurasians, not our people, because of the nitrogen that's in it. So our bodies have each and every cell on the surface has vitamin D receptors. So when you're not getting that popular vitamin D, which is actually a hormone that's called calciferol, that's a hormone in our body that's pretty much made in the liver and converts called vitamin D.
From the sun. Yeah.
So that, along with some sea salt and stuff like that, you take it in a tea, and that could dry out the lungs and all that. Because that's what the virus is. It's pretty much attacking the lungs. Then you have the histamines, which is white blood cells, which is pretty much like nitrogen that's flooding your lungs, and that's what's causing people to get on the ventilators and stuff like that. And then we all heard the stories of what's happening to the people. So we need that vitamin D. We need that good food. We need the exercise. Movement is medicine.
Yeah.
We just got a comment saying my cousin got the vaccine 3 days ago. She's scared for her.
Hey, hopefully it was a placebo.
True.
Because you really don't know what they're giving people. They could be scaring you to thinking it's something crazy, and meanwhile, some of them can be placebos. We don't know.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's a hopeful thought.
that spike protein is an ACH. So, you know, we have lower counts, they have higher counts. ACH is a neurotransmitter, the main neurotransmitter from the nerves throughout the body. It's a communication. So, you know, this is some of the things that's going on in the body when you're getting that. You're getting more of that you don't naturally have. And it's they say, you know, it's going to cause, they want your body to react to it. So it can pretty much fight it off that way. It's not the virus that they put it in.
Can you hear us?
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
spike protein.
Somebody said that.
Yeah, we hear.
We can hear y'all.
Okay.
With the spike protein.
Join us on YouTube. Leave the live. Click the link in the bio and join us on YouTube. And you can, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so like I was saying, that spike protein is more of a reactionary thing. And they want us, they trying to get our body to fight off that spike protein, which is a ligand. That's what the virus attaches to.
A ligand, there you go.
Inside the cell.
Teach. Now.
You know, it's messing with your body chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for anyone that got that and is trying to reverse it, you know, you really got to get out there in the sun and really get on the real melanin diet, carbon-based diet, detox, proper detox. See, you know, I mean, we don't know exactly, because it's all new, we don't know exactly what it's going to do to the body, because, you know, they said it themselves, you get the virus, you get the shot, and you still can get the virus and stuff like that. So, it's like, what's the point? It's not doing anything. It's like they use it, it's another experiment, another test that they did, the initial test that they just did. So, you know, you don't want to remember, you know, we have, there's nothing new that they've been doing to our people, protecting us with cancer cells, to sleepy experiments and stuff like that. You know, always from Puerto Rico to all the islands, it's a history of the institute, the Rockefeller Institute, that, you know, that funds these hospitals and businesses. You know, we have documents to prove it, it's facts, they know themselves. So that's why you always gotta, you know, pump the brakes whenever they're trying to throw something in your face. You know, they're not looking to give us reparations or put us first or anything else, but they want to put us first to get the right.
Exactly.
Something is up.
Now, if we was to talk about.
Believe it, some, you know, they don't care. You know, people that really fear when speaking to your immune system, that's really fear. Take the deep breaths, meditate, get enough sunlight, at least an hour or two a day. Get out, do some exercise, do some jumping jacks to get the lymphatic system moving and stuff like that. You know, it's work. It's valuable work. You sit around and do it, so it's shit. They hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just a little low. But they can hear you though. I'm not sure if y'all far from the mic from the phone or if the mic volume is low. But
Hear a little better now?
no, we can hear y'all. It kind of sounds like the same volume. I know it's coming from the phone, so I'm not sure like if you could have to like keep it like this.
Yeah, so we were wondering.
I have no idea.
She's saying still there.
Put the
Like a static noise, connection noise, or just
put the phone talk. Put the phone to your mouth and talk like this. Let me see if y'all sound better.
Can you hear us now?
I mean, it sounded better to me, but I can't tell if it sounded better to the people online. All right. But let's make sure. But guys, while you guys are still in here and we get fixing the audio, don't forget to like the video, thumb up the video while you guys are here. Subscribe to the channel. And now they're saying they can't hear at all. That's crazy.
See, I'm gonna sign out and come back.
All right, you can jump back in. Well, family, look, we got More Life Solutions, you know what I'm saying? Huyana and Amaru El Bey, we got them on here dropping the science about are you eligible for vaccination exemptions. So they spoke about a lot of different things about nationalizing within our indigenous tribe. That's the Aboriginal Republic of North America. That's the Huyana Amaru tribe, right? I also put the link to that in, actually I didn't. I'm going to put the link to that in the chat to that website. I put their website where you can also nationalize as well. Oh, I got you. Oh, my bad. Hold up. Connect to the audio king.
Remember to mute the other one.
Mute the other one. It's echoing. Crazy.
How about now?
That sounds good to me.
Talk again?
Well, it's a little staticky still, actually. Not that good.
How they sounding, family?
I'm hearing the echo.
But you sound clear right now. Like just now. But is both phones, or I mean, is both devices mics on?
They say you're low still.
I just took off one of the phones.
About now, no echo?
I don't hear an echo anymore.
Even more. You're live.
I can't hear Huyana though.
You can hear me?
No, I mean, I heard you say that, but I wasn't hearing you really before.
Join us on YouTube, family. For the family that's on IG, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being here. But y'all can leave the IG live, click the link in the bio, and join us on YouTube. We have our guests, More Life Solutions, Huyana and Amaru El Bey, dropping the science. That's More Life Solutions. Speaking about how you can become eligible for vaccinations, because the question on the topic for tonight is, are you eligible for vaccination exemptions? Right? So, are you eligible for that? Right? There's a lot of people talking about they're not going to get it. People are saying that they don't want to get it, but they have their jobs that they have to attend to, or schools that they have to put their children in. Also, if you do have the issue when it comes to school, you can look at the link that I put into the chat for our homeschool. That's the ZyExInstitute.org. And I'm saying we also had to deal with this going on earlier last year with the measles virus, right? So a lot of parents, especially in New York City, the religious exemptions was taken away. So basically, your child could not be in school if they were not vaccinated. So yes, you can then de-enroll your child from public school, and you can enroll them basically into, you can start homeschooling your child, and then what we do is provide educational services to you as a homeschooling parent. So that's what we do at the ZyExInstitute.org. You can check us out, the Zyx Institute movement. We got some of our students in the building. We got some of our teachers in the building. We got some of our parents in the building, in the chat room. Shout out to all of you. That's love, love and light. To all of you, you know what I'm saying?
Now, jurisdiction is king.
Mm-hmm.
Only way.
You got in trouble.
Never go with the religious and stuff like that. So, things you gotta do. We can all, we got this business, so we should be doing our own schools, our own schools, our own institutions, create our own job force and stuff like that. We're gonna have to deal with, working in their field. We got enough professionals that's in the field that could bring their talents and everything that they know and start on our own business, our own schools, our own banks, our own gyms, our own, anything that pretty much that's going on now, we in their jurisdiction, they're, participating in their programs and their job fairs, we can do the same thing. And, we don't have to go to a reservation or anything like that. We could do that if we want, but we can just buy properties, own the properties, and go from there. We got enough money in our communities to do so. We just gotta stick together and put the trust into each other. That's the hardest part. So we got spending power.
Yo.
The Xbox or the PS5 they like $30 million in a month.
Fact.
Bidding with a B. So imagine we had half of that. What we can do.
Yo, you think you could join on Zoom from Huyana's phone? I want to just see if the audio gonna sound better, because I want to make sure that they hearing and you still sounding type low. So I just want to see if it's gonna sound better from her phone, and if it sound better,
now.
It's just
Same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. It is acting up today. You sent that an email, right?
Mm-hmm.
On your phone, on the text message.
Yeah, in the text.
Well, yeah, these are things we gotta do. We won't have to worry about this stuff like that. But since we in the situation that we're in now, these are some of the remedies. But eventually, we should just do our own thing and get with it. But a lot of people, they talk about it, especially people that got the money to do it. That's hypothetic to make moves.
So just mute the other one that y'all
Mute the other one and try talking. She's connected to the audio right now.
Can you see anything?
We can hear you. It says you're still connected to the audio, but we can hear you. Talk.
You want to mute them for them? Oh no, it's not even the mute. They just gotta turn it down or off.
I'm sorry, we trying to get crazy.
Nah, just on Manny, just disconnect from the audio on Manny's phone.
I did that. It's good now?
Yep. It sounds way more good.
Yeah, Manny, I'm about to just remove this one from the other one. I'm gonna take you out.
It's too much open. It's just going crazy. I don't like all these screens open.
No, it sounds really clear now.
All right, go ahead.
You bring anybody into the chat?
We
didn't do that yet. Hold on, I wanted to say some things too, but y'all sound way better now. So, you know what I'm saying? This is great. Shout out to you guys again for being here. But we also got a shout out to the trolls. We got some trolls in the chat. We have to deal with them, but it's good because
always around. That's when you know you're doing great.
But yeah, boy. We got some trolls coming in now. We ready? We want all this. We want all the smoke. We want all the smoke. But it was cool because look, now the question I was posing to you guys is about talking to the elders about doing the vaccines because you guys were dropping a lot of the science about the spike proteins and the things of that nature. What's going on with the COVID vaccine, right? But I wanted to touch on what's going on with some of the past vaccines and some of the vaccines that people are still getting now, like the flu vaccine, the influenza one, and some of the stuff that's in those things that as we can see from other researchers, from other scientists, from other people, that's other peer-reviewed stuff, from other documentaries, a whole bunch of stuff and a whole bunch of information that showed you the health ailments that has come from having people get these vaccines, either adult or child, right? And just looking at and understanding, like, first of all, let's be real simple. If you don't know what's in something, you should not want to put it in your body. Period. Like, it doesn't even mean, like, you know, you need to know. Like, look, if they're not telling you, then why would you want to put it inside of you? That's already key. You see, I don't even need to tell you any ingredients. The point is that you don't know. And so it's like when they try so hard not to tell you, and then you find out what's in there actually, that should then give you, you know what I mean, incline you to say, you know what, I don't want this in you, right? But remember, like my wife was saying earlier, like Huyana and all you guys were touching on earlier, that authoritative figure, they listen to the news. They listen to the media. They're being told, like, hey, this is what you got to do. This is what you're going to do, right? So if I was to tell you, you would put in things like paint remover, right? Like acetone, right? Or formaldehyde, right?
Baby fetus.
Right? Baby fetus. You know what I'm saying? Things like dioxins. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different chemicals, mercury, aluminum.
Monkey liver.
Right? If we were saying we was going to put that up in a bottle, swirl it up and say, hey, drink this. This is going to be good for you. Right? Would you want to do that? Right? So now, and look how fast this vaccine has came, right? A lot of the ones that came in the past, you know, they say take, you know what I mean, 8 to 10 years at times.
And there's still diseases that they still didn't find a vaccine for, like cancer and diabetes and, you know, HIV, although I think they're saying that one's coming.
Yeah. Right. All right. So look, here's what I want to do, y'all. So while we do that, it's 10 o'clock right now. Do you know where your children are? No, better know where they at. All right. I just put everything in the chat. If you want to jump on, family, click the link. And you can come in and ask your questions to the family. You can ask us any questions. Guys, we also have our Pathway to Wellness program. We put that link in the chat as well. It's our 4-week self-paced program where you are becoming your own doctor. What did we speak about this whole live about you being self-sufficient? It's another thing of you even nationalizing and asserting your national rights on the land, right? Because you want to be self-sufficient. Self-administered reparations where you're not begging for anything. You're doing everything for yourself, right? So with this, you know what I'm saying? This is for you to become autonomous in your own right about you knowing what's going on in your body, what's going on with your genome, what's going on with your DNA, what's going on inside of you, in your temple, your body, right? Because everybody has their own, you know what I mean, ailments, allergies, and things of that nature.
Some food works for certain people.
Right?
The same food that someone else might eat might cause an inflammatory response in your body. So you want to be able to pay attention to your body, and we guide you to like show you like what to look for, and like knowing the rhythms of the body and how to nourish yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Pathway to Wellness. Pathway to Wellness.
Pathway to Wellness, family.
The lives stay up on the YouTube, so you can always send this link to anyone. Manny and Huyana, so someone mentioned that their rabbi was talking about the COVID vaccine has a protein in it to change our DNA. So I think they're talking about the spike protein. Do you want to touch on that again for those who have come later in the live?
Yeah, you know, they have the messenger RNA in there, which pretty much what communicates the structure for, you know, some the organisms and the structure of the cells in your body. So, you know, that spike protein, it is looking to give your body a immune response. So if they didn't clone the virus as the traditional vaccines, they're using the messenger RNA with the spike protein that's actually a ligand. Because, you know, all viruses are dead. So the virus attaches itself to the ligand. That's how it enters the cell. So what that spike protein is doing, you know, and like I said, Europeans and Asians, they have a higher count because it's reacting to their body structure where they have more like the structure of like fungi and yeast in their bodies than we would have. So that's why they have higher counts of it. We have lower counts of it, so we don't need that much in our body. So when they putting that inside our body, it's messing with our genetic codes. Our body's gonna, it's gonna get confused. Like, why we have so much of this protein when there's not that much toxicity in our bodies, as far as like putting highest levels of yeast and fungi, and that leads to the pathogens of being sick. So yeah, it's actually the protein that's in there that's communicating with the messenger RNA in the body.
And the thing is,
we don't really know exactly what the ramifications is going to be in the future, but we do know that will be in the body, and then it could actually affect your offspring as well. So we don't know to what extent exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah. And the thing is, we don't know exactly what's in it still. Like, they're telling us probably one part, but when have they ever given us all the details? Even on the food labels, they don't have to expose every single thing they're putting into that food. So you might think that, oh, this only says 3 ingredients, let me eat it. And then your stomach is kind of going a little crazy because you're like, it knows that something foreign is in your body. So we've seen, like stories about I remember the woman who she developed Bell palsy.
Bell palsy, yeah.
And like there's this, we saw that nurse lady faint while she was trying to give the speech about how you know what I mean? Things are happening.
Great.
And of course every time something happens they're gonna have an excuse, a cover up or whatever, but think about it. Do you really want to put something in your body when people are reacting within a few minutes? Because our body is so amazing that it's always going to try to get rid of what needs to go. It's always going to try to put us back into equilibrium. But after so much time, like think about somebody who drinks so much and they every time they drink, the liver is trying to get it out. Okay, all right, cool. The liver's trying to get it out. After 5 years of consistently drinking, your liver is like, yo, bruh, I'm tired. You're not even feeding me the right foods to replenish myself. You know what I mean? So imagine like this vaccine with all of these spike proteins and all of this other stuff that we don't know about inside of your body, and your body's fighting, and then it just gives up because it's like, all right, I did my best, Or, like he was mentioning, it might affect your offspring, right? It might affect your ability to reproduce. That they've already been after our fertility, because they're not able to produce at the same rate, So when we have all of these womb issues for women and what's the male version of fertility, motility, something like that. Then when guys are not able to have healthy sperm or and all of that, then there's a disconnect in us being able to reproduce. And hey, we got to think about these things. You might not think you want children now, but 5-10 years later, you might really want that.
Indeed. And that's the thing too. You might get the vaccine now and be like, oh, I'm fine 2 weeks later, but not seeing that 10 years later you might have some symptoms coming up from something, and you thinking that it could be from something that you probably did to your body before, but it can also as well be that vaccine that you did take, right? And remember, I'm going to keep it as simple as I could be, right? If they're not allowing you to know what they're putting inside of these things, why would you want to put it in your body, right? And then when people are telling you, the doctors, the scientists that's actually in there with these things,
in the lab,
right? In the labs, right? They got the books out there. What's the white lady, the one that was Judy Mikovich and whatnot?
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole bunch of doctors and scientists. You guys got to do your research.
Who are speaking out and risking their career,
right? They wrote books on it, like, you know what I'm saying, like. It's out there, and they're letting you know the acetone, the formaldehyde, the baby fetuses, the livers, the all these different things that's going in there, the aluminum, the dioxin, the mercury, right? The list goes on and on and on, right? Plus with dead cell particles, right? viruses. They want to put something foreign inside of you. The best way for if you study Immunology 101, you will see that your body needs to come into contact with this thing so it can build a natural immunity, right? Not looking for natural ingredients to a vaccine, right? We want, you know what I mean, the natural immunity. The natural immunity is where your body comes into contact with it, and then now your immune system is fighting, right? It's actually going through something so it can actually build up, right? So
it gains that intelligence from fighting. It knows, okay, in order to beat this, I remember this coding, you know, bop, bop, bop. There we go.
And then anytime that virus ever wants to come back to you, it already has the code where it's like, oh, nah, you're not entering this. You know what I mean? Simple. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be rocket science. So when it comes to, there's people out here that actually have jobs, you know, that they really like, and they need to do it to sustain their families, and they have to live. They have to make a living, right? So they're saying they can't take their asses back if they don't get vaxxed, right? But now here we're coming with the question: can you be eligible for a vaccination exemption, right? Where it's like, you know what, I'm going to show this. I'm going to bring this with me to my job now because I don't want to I don't want to be vaccinated, right? If I work in a hospital, I'm around people that have it all the time, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm not with that. What I would tell people, obviously, you know what I mean, you can nationalize, you can be on, you can definitely, you know what I mean, get the paperwork. But me personally, I think you should just do what you gotta do. If they're not with none of that, you not with none of that, deuces. I don't think your job is more important than your health. Yeah. Your health comes first before anything.
Because they will replace you in a day, if that. Right? You know, they will replace you. They will have no problem with that.
You are very replaceable, right?
You know what happens if you get laid off? You take that for your job, and then a month or two later, they lay people off. Now, like what? You did that all for the job. And
exactly, right?
You know,
so
they'll just get rid of you just like that. So that's why, you know, one of the things we teach, you know, for the economic side is to start working on multiple sources of income. You don't have to depend on one thing. You know, don't put all your fruits in one basket. You know, get multiple sources of income. You know, can't be lazy. You know, being lazy and rich don't mix. So you got to get up off your shit. Get, you know what you gotta do.
Bars.
bars. You got the album dropping, bro? What's good?
you gotta put that work in, you know. Even joining in tribes and stuff like that. Not easy. You know, you'll come across. You know, not too many people are familiar with this type of things when you're interfacing with certain other businesses and stuff like that. So you just gotta be calm, show the documentation and stuff like that. It takes patience, and you gotta remain calm. You know, we have the manual that shows you how to deal with this, and you know, the local jurists can also help you as well, which I am one for Region 1 is this area, New York City, tri-state area, and stuff like that, also known as Abenaki, the indigenous name, and Manhattan, as you know, Manhattan, that's the city here.
Yeah, and the tribal government. The tribal government is legit. Like, we literally have tax exemption cards. We literally do not have to pay taxes on our businesses. Like, it's actually legit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else people have to see. I mean, I've been a part of this tribe for going on 5 years now. But I want to touch on what you guys can see on the screen as well, right? So, you know, I know the screen has been sharing for a bit, right? So I want y'all to see, you know what I mean, as far as we talk about the tribal medical contraindications to a vaccination, right? And a lot of the laws are there. Some of you guys have probably been reading through it, but then these are the things that you would actually bring to, you would have a golden seal from our tribe or whatnot, but then at the same time, you would have to bring it to your state to get it notarized, right? You would get it in there, notarized and things of that nature to make sure that they recognize it well. And then, yeah, you're good with that. That's as far as when it comes to paperwork, right? There can be some people where it's like, you know what? We don't care about your paperwork. If you don't get it, you got to go. That's what I mean, where it's like, you know what? You got to go. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, if you taking it the legal route and they don't want to hear your legal route, all right, cool. I'm out of
They
here.
have the color law authority to take it to the courts then.
Yep. If they want to take it there, and I don't think they're going to like that, so it's up to them.
There you go.
The
See?
law's on our side. You just gotta know how to use the law and get in the proper, get in your proper status so you can use them laws.
You got it. Exactly. But they play on our ignorance. Ignorance is just a lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? If we don't know,
Exactly.
feel
They
me?
do that in a hospital too, a lot. So women giving birth and everything.
So we have the forms for regular use, with jobs and schools, and then we also have it for traveling as well. They're gonna come with that as well, try to lock down the travel issues. So we have it listed here on the share screen on what to do with your documents to get it notarized by the U.S. Department of State in Washington. This is prior to you traveling. You want to plan ahead and get that done. And our tribe has a contract with WHO and the World Health Organization, and we have that. They acknowledge that from travel because it's been like that. We have people from the tribe that have been traveling to Africa and stuff like that, where they say you need vaccines, but in all actuality, our people don't need vaccines. It's the mother folks that do. So they had that restriction, but you show them your vaccination exempt form, and they'll let you walk right through.
There you go.
And then what we do with the form, we get it. Our Aboriginal doctor could fill out a form, like go to DoMoJOAT, myself and my wife could fill one out for you, and then we have one that's notarized and sealed by the jurist, such as myself. You get two ways to have it.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So there is a lot of information that we had dropped on this video for y'all family. What you call it? You could you have anything else you want to show, King? Or that was basically it.
Yeah, pretty much on the topic. Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, you can start sharing the screen so we can come back. You can. Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say you can stop sharing the screen so we can come back on the screen. Unshare your screen.
Get back over.
Yeah, there we go. Alright.
Because I don't know how to do what he did.
Oh nah, we lit. We good. You know what I'm saying? So also family that's still in the live. What you call it? Thank you for being here. Make sure that you guys like the video, thumb up the video. Don't go anywhere because we still got some Q&As going on. If you look in the chat, I put the link to the Zoom. So if you guys want to jump on in and ask some questions to them as well, face to face, but not face to face, obviously through the digital interface, right? But yeah, you can jump on and then you can ask some questions. You can ask some questions, pose some questions to myself, my wife, or our guest that's on the platform tonight. That's More Life Solutions. Guys, I'm not sure if y'all on the YouTube, but you can go on the YouTube. Y'all can drop y'all stuff in there too. Drop your Cash App if you want. If you feel me? So, because they dropped a lot of information tonight, you guys be able to see ours on the side. It's balance. That's balance healing, right? Yeah. $ balance healing. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. But More Life Solutions. You can drop your Cash App in the chat. And you know what I mean? If you want to send some love offerings to the family for all the information that they dropped tonight, make sure you do so. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So he's in the building.
You can just visit our website and see what else we have to offer because we have other things up on the website.
Indeed.
Herbs, elixirs and things like that we can help you with.
Seasonings.
And Botanica screamed out your seasonings. The seasonings.
My seasoning that I make myself, yes. I put different herbs together so you can season the food with natural herbs.
Hey, we got somebody in the building.
See what they got there on their picture.
What's that?
They on it.
Already.
United Nations Declaration of Rights for Indigenous Peoples.
You gotta connect to the audio, fam.
It's that button. It's so confusing. I didn't even know what to press at first.
Peace, peace.
Peace.
What's going on, King? We can't hear you now.
I think his mic is muted.
We just heard him. Oh nah, wait, there we go.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Peace, y'all. Hey, sisters, what's good with y'all? I can't see nobody. Can y'all see me?
Nah, you're not sharing your screen right now. Oh, you gotta share
It's
your.
so crazy. I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know. You gotta start your video probably. Let's see.
Peace, peace, peace. Hey, we got somebody else up in the building. So what we're gonna do is I'll mute somebody, and then if you guys got a question for the guest or me and my wife, we'll give you the floor. And if not, you know what I'm saying, we going next. So.
Oh, it's so crazy. I can't.
No, we can't.
It's all good. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
Gods and the goddesses.
Talk black to me. Talk black to us, King.
Oh man, can y'all hear me or no?
Nah, we hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I know what we're talking about and things like that, but I got y'all on the other line. I got this on, and are we on a private or no?
Nah, we not private. We live right now. You live on the tube with the family.
We live. Oh, we live right now.
We live right now, man. We live. We live on the platform. Talk black to us. We want all the smoke. We got people joining on a live call right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're not the only one. So we want to get through all these people. We got people that's ready to ask these questions. You got, I already know, Manny and his queen, Huyana. You feel me? And you know what we're talking about. So talk black to us, King. I hear you, Free Light. What's good?
Well, this is the ambassador, minister, master doctor, Free Light, I'm a vaccinator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got about 9 names right now, but they all mean something. So, right now I'm out here in the South Mississippi, and I just want to let y'all know there's a lot going on. It's a COVID situation out here. We got it a little less apprehensive than y'all guys got it. They're not just on us all the time about the masks. That won't leave us at the same exact time. Getting the word out is where I'm at. Letting people understand what Army is really all about. IEA is really all about things like that. So what I've done is to candidate myself for mayor out here in this city out here, North Carolina. And what I did was, because they was kind of like shortening my time, getting ready to kind of like get the word out.
Yo, can you talk any louder, Free Light?
Say that again?
Can you talk any louder? You kind of low, King. We want to make sure you can be heard.
Let me see if I can turn myself up a bit. Can y'all hear me just a little bit better? I'm at 100 right now.
All right. Now, I'm just reading some of what people are saying in the chat.
Can y'all hear me a little bit better?
A little bit.
A little bit better. I hear you a little bit better.
Alright, so again, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here in the South,
Uh-huh.
Mississippi to be exact, and what I had to do was I see that the town is still the same. You know what I'm saying? I've been coming down here for years and things like that. But what happened is me noticing that the town wasn't really moving on a progressive level. So, getting this information out there about Army, getting this information out there about IPA, that was one of the things that we were saying, kind of like this situation I know is burning myself. So I decided that I'm going to go out to the candidacy of the middle. I see that we have one of the other mayors out in Sun Valley, Sun Village, and I see that Chief ran for president. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that initiative and get the word out running with this candidacy. However, this is the situation. I didn't want to run as a Democrat. I didn't want to run as a Republican nor as an independent. So I took it to the state, to the Secretary of State. And when I took it to the Secretary of State, I began to, you know what I'm saying, been able to get the paperwork done to have our own political party registered in the state of Mississippi. So we have an indigenous political party being registered right now in the state of Mississippi. And I want everybody to know, you understand what I'm saying, that you can do this in all the 50 states. Each state can have an indigenous political party that represents us, that's registered in that particular state. And it's not a problem. It's actually, you know what I'm saying, something that they didn't even have a problem. They didn't, you know, they was kind of like, nobody ever did this before down here, but at the same time, they didn't give me no slack. So, you know what I'm saying, I just want y'all to understand, the people out there who's listening worldwide, nationwide, that the indigenous political party is going nowhere. We're here. We haven't gone nowhere. We don't have to come back. We just have not gone anywhere. So we taking our political our positions right now. And me being in the candidacy of mayor for Morse Point, I want anybody to be able to, if you listening, and I know there's a lot of people out there that I've, you know what I'm saying, dealt with out there in Morse Point, you'll see me at the City Hall tomorrow dealing with, you know what I'm saying, being able to push this thing out there. You know, this political party is not a joke. And I just want y'all to understand, like, you know what I'm saying, we're going forward in this mission. And we're not stopping. And there's nothing that can stop this mission right now. So, again, I like the fact that we talk. I like the eligibility of, you know what I'm saying, us being able to, like, stay away from the COVID. But that was one of the kind of, like, avenues that I got in. Because the people were, nobody wants to take this vaccine, but they did not know how to do it. They did not know that they had to nationalize in order to be able to do it. So with me being able to give this information to them, you know what I'm saying, I see our jurists are busy right now. So, you know, we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Salute.
so, you know.
All right. That's love, King.
Salute. Keep doing your thing, King.
Man, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate
Let
that.
us know.
Once again,
that's love,
yeah,
King.
that's a definitely. That's a definite. All we got to do is get 20% of the gubernatorial vote in the next election and things like that, and our political parties just won't stop. And if we continue pushing and pushing and pushing, believe me, yo, this thing is going to expand to a reach that no one's going to be able to stop it. And I just wanted to, you know, that's a little few words from the ambassador, Minister Master Kash Freelighter Tumik Shiamro Mexamil. And I just want y'all to realize that y'all got it in you.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
let nobody take you from your greatness. Believe me, let nobody take you from your greatness.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's well within you. So, you know, us as jurists, we got to really, you know what I'm saying, push the gamut on this thing. And that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm just down south pushing the gamut as far as I can, because the next stop is a bigger city. And it's
Indeed.
a bigger position. So, you know, we're not going to stop here. We're just going to go everywhere with this.
The takeover.
So that's all, you know. Yeah, exactly. It's the big takeover right now.
All right, cool. All right, King. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Stay online. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right here.
All right. So let's bring on Sister Tabitri. I see you in the building. That's one of our Zions families. That's one of the big parent, volunteer, teacher, all that. You know what I'm saying? All in one. You know what I'm saying? Sister Tabitri, shout out to you.
Shout out.
Yes, peace,
Peace, family. Peace, Botanica. Peace, Mr. Dama. How y'all doing?
Oh, we good. We good. How you doing?
How are you?
That's a blessing. I'm glad to be that is after school. So happy to hear about this information. Someone had brought this to my attention before at my old synagogue about signing up as an indigenous person. And I kind of was slow on the Hebrew, just being slow-footed. I had the heritage information, like as far as my mother, and because she has one non-black parent that's indigenous. Actually, both of them, but one is darker than the other, and they're from different tribes. So my question is, I have two questions. Well, number one, how long does this process take, right? Because I have children that are minors, and can I include them? And number two is, how is it different from doing being a third party secured creditor, like doing sovereign. My brother registered himself as a third party creditor. He's able to discharge a lot of his debt. That's not why I would be doing it. I would be doing it also to not be under the government's thumb as far as children and this vaccine. And just, not messing with the government.
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, the nationality process, it takes a few weeks. The longest part is establishing the IDs. I don't have the equipment to do so, but I work with indigenous of the north, and we could get that done, in a matter of a week or two, and get the paperwork right out to you. Your certificate of nationality, the cancellation of the birth certificate documents, name change documents, all the documents that comes with that package of business and everything else.
Oh yeah,
So
you
depending on the
automatically
workload
get
or
a
so,
business. Automatically.
was that?
I know, I was, because you mentioned the business, I said, yeah, you automatically get a business for everybody who doesn't know.
It's required.
I do. No, I have a business already with the tax ID that I'm not doing anything with the business. I want to secure
But
the name.
this business you open up will be tax exempt. That's what she's trying to say. Like, this business will be tax exempt.
Yeah, the EIN number that we provide is registered under the tribe. So once they pull up the ID, that EIN number is going to show that's a tax exempt entity.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones that we don't do that's a tax exempt is the LLC, because that one you still have to register with the state. So other than that,
I made it incorporated.
Yeah, incorporated because you're incorporated with the state. But you still have some tribal protection with that as well. Like, for example, like if they say, like we had with the COVID, the businesses have to shut down and stuff like that, you would still be able to operate your business because it's registered under the tribal jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's some of the benefits of registering with the tribe.
That ties into why he was saying jurisdiction a lot, family. Why you mentioned that earlier, the jurisdiction. So,
yeah. And then we have, as far as like with the credits and stuff and discharging the credits and stuff like that, we have services that can assist you with that. I have a good, myself, is there. I don't have it fully established yet. I'm still working on mine, but we have other people within the tribe that can assist as well. And as far as like sovereignty,
yes, I was saying, how is it different from doing that?
Was that?
Okay. I was asking how is it different from becoming a UCC filer and a third party creditor like my brother. He always keeps bringing that up to me. I did my paperwork and he's like, you're not doing anything with the paperwork, about being a third party creditor. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, it's contract law as well too. So you gotta deal with the contracts and stuff. So well, a lot of these what they do with the loans, credit cards, and stuff like that, they securitize your the money that supposedly is loaned to you. So they add somebody else into the contract that you don't have a contract with. So that's one of the defenses that you can use to alleviate the debt. They don't have the original signature from you that you have when you initially signed for the credit or whatever, the loan, whatever you have. So this way,
may I ask you? I'm sorry to cut you off. I had a question. Sorry. My brother keeps saying that they play, they would invest against our birth certificate and social security. That they do that. Is that true? Like running our social security, birth certificate.
Yeah.
They use that to, and we're what you call that?
Collateral.
Collateral. Thank you. Yeah. And I couldn't follow. I wasn't tracking what he was saying. I understood, but I didn't understand.
Yeah, so that's why we do the process. You find the vital of statistics records for the town where you were born at, and you will send them a copy of one of the documents that we send you for the cancellation of the birth certificate. And that's just to cancel it out on the stock market and that nature. You still have your certificate of birth. You could still use the certificate, your birth certificate for ID and stuff like that. But it just it pulls it out from the
I'm
stock
from Long
market
Island,
and
so I
stuff
was
like
born
that.
in Hempstead. The vital records are in Hempstead. I'm from Long Island, but I know that they're held in the town of Hempstead.
Yeah, you find it for the local county and stuff like that. Like for New York City, it's in Manhattan. So you find it for your county or your town. You know, you could just look it up online, and you could find out that way. Yeah.
How can I get with you all to, start doing the process for myself and my children?
You can go on More Life Solutions.
Website is in the chat, Teacher. I put it in there again.
Okay, I'm on the phone, so I can't. It brought up Zoom, so it knocked out YouTube.
Oh, okay, no worries.
I'll go back to
we
the
can
chat.
connect you
I'll
with
go back
them
to
too.
the chat.
Yeah, it's More Life Solutions. MOORSolutions.com.
Okay, I have friends that are Moors. And can I share this information with them and share your website?
Sure.
They're last minute today. Okay, I'll put it up.
Yeah, that's what the information is to spread out to our people, so they could get this knowledge, this information, and apply it and spread it to your families and everyone, and you could learn it too as well. Take the courses as well, learn it, and you could start your business with it and spread it amongst the people that you know.
Okay, that's what's up. Thank you all so much for taking the time out to clarify and answer my questions. Thank you, Botanica and Domo, for doing all what you do for the community and for the people. Keep it up. Power to the people. Thank you.
Peace.
Peace. All right. Thank you, sis. Thank you for coming on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Rasta Grammy up in the building. You through, family. Peace. We're asking you to unmute. Are you still here? Rasta Grammy. Are you still here? We want you to ask those questions. You came on the live. Shout out to everybody that's here on the live. Do not forget to like the video, thumb up the video. Be sure to share it. You know what I mean? The video is going to stay on the platform. It's going to stay on the channel. So subscribe to the channel as well. It's going to stay on the channel. Share this video to your family and friends. People that want to know more information about the vaccines, about being exempt from taking vaccines, about nationality and nationalizing into an indigenous tribe, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Opening up tax exempt businesses. There was a whole bunch. I didn't even know it was going to go into all that, but I'm just so glad that it did. You know what I mean? We touched on a whole bunch of stuff, which is great. We got our lovely guests on our platform today. We got the More Life Solutions, Huyana Bey, and Amaru El Bey. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them for coming on the platform tonight to drop these jewels on you, family. You know what I'm saying? You're here with Balance Healing. Make sure you guys, send some love to them. Go check out their website, right? And yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna ask one more time. Is Rasta Grammy here? If not, we're gonna skip you and go to our other guests that's on the platform, right? Rasta Grammy, you there? I'm asking you to unmute. You know what I'm saying? If not, we're gonna go on to the next one. All right, cool, family. We on to the next one. Laka. Yeah, sis.
Hi.
Peace.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what I wanted to ask the question about, I understand that when it comes to nationalizing, even when it comes to nationalizing the children, it's not easy when both parents are not on the same page.
Yeah.
So how do we fix that? How can you still nationalize knowing that you believe what you believe or understand what you understand, and you want your child to be nationalized, yet and still it's not showing on this side. It's only showing that they're nationalized, but it's not showing everything else. So when he goes to school, or when she or he goes to school, it's not showing that side. So does it really count? Because for example, my son he's nationalized, but yet and still his father's not agreeing to the name change. So nationalized, his name is, the national name, but it's not on that side. So when he goes to school, can that be still shown? because his name is still the father's last name in regular school. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
No, we get
So I mean, that's so you have so he agreed to nationalize the child, but he doesn't want to do the name change.
Yeah, he's not willing to do that. He's saying no, he's not willing because you can't go down to the court without the father's or without the other parent's signature stating because he's still a minor. So he
Yeah.
can't. If he doesn't do that, it won't show for the school side. You understand? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
won't
So you
show
could.
that side.
So I mean, that's why we have the IPA. Like with the IPA, you don't have to do the name change, but on the honors side, you do the name change to your indigenous names and stuff like that. So as long as you have the documents, the certificate of nationality and stuff like that, then that's your proof right there that you're part of the tribe. You nationalized with a certain tribe and you're part of their jurisdiction, interfacing with the United States jurisdiction, whether it's their schools, the banks, jobs, and so on. So, you know, as far as like trying to work with your husband or your wife, trying to get them acquainted with the information and start applying it, there's something that the couple has to work on together. You have to. It's best to move as a unit. So that's something you will have to work on. Possibly share some more information with him, sit it down. Watch the videos, do some readings and stuff like that. And hopefully they can get it and get on board. So this way, the whole family is with it together and moving as a unit. Because that's how we need to move. We need that fist. So you need everybody in the household. The government starts in the household. So that's where you have to you have to get everyone on board and start moving in that direction.
Someone in the chat asked, what if the father's not in the picture?
Right.
If he's not in the picture, then this you will be able to show, I guess, with your how you have registered with the United States as the legal guardian and stuff like that. So you have that document to show if you have any confliction interfacing with the United States and their schools and stuff like that. But then you have your nationality papers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but will it show on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Let me just say, I have his vaccine papers, but it's not his last name on the vaccine papers. On the school, it's his government name. On the vaccines, is the national name. How will they acknowledge that when it's two different?
Well, you will have to do that vaccine paper in his name that he has registered with the school.
Oh, so I would have to. So then, how would how would I get his vaccine if he's not a national? I don't get that.
Well, if he is a national, is he a part of the honor tribe?
Yes, I got all his paperwork with the IPA with the national, and I changed his last name with the national. I cannot change his last name with the government, is what I'm saying, because his father will not go with me to the court and help me change that. So therefore, how will it be acknowledged if he goes, say if I, put him in a regular school, which he's not in, but what if I do, and then I bring his paperwork and it's not the same name?
You just gotta just match the names for all the documentation. Then that's what you will have to do. You would just have to redo your documents. There's a certain fee. It's not as much as what you paid for originally, but to redo on whatever documents you have to do, which we can do as well. You would just have to redo the documents, his nationality papers and stuff like that, under the current name that you have him register in the school. So this way the names can match. And then when you're ready to do the whole name change and everything, go forth and you would just have to redo that again. So it could match on both jurisdictions.
Yes, I would have to go back and change everything back to his government name. So would he still considered a national?
Yeah, you still be considered a national, even though
just the IPA.
Because the name doesn't necessarily determine your nationality and your rights. So you just got to make sure the documentation match. So that's why, we implement a lot of people when they join on ARNA and they do the name change with us, that they go through and do the name change with the state and as well, and get all your documents with the same name. The birth certificate, your social security, your ID, the state ID, and whatever other documents that you have, and credit cards and things of that nature to match. So this way, when it comes serve, when you need to show the documentation or what have you, all your documents match with all the names. So as to like a temporary fix, you will just have to redo the documents and put it that way. He still has his tribal papers, which is what gives him the protection and stuff like that. Just got to make sure the names match for both jurisdictions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I would have to do that all over again. Is that basically?
Yeah. Unless you could just convince him just to do the name change. But other than that
was hard. I've already tried that again, and it's not happening.
Yeah. Some people they're just locked in, and they change.
Yeah.
They have a connection to the name, so they feel it's their family legacy or somewhat. So
to some aspect, So they're not with changing that name. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody's gonna do it.
But like he was saying too, like it is gonna start in that structure of the home. Like, you know what I mean? If you can't get them on that same page, you know what I'm saying? You would have to do it in this format. You know what I'm saying? So, but Sister Laka, do you think you got your question answered?
Yes, I basically got to do it over.
To the best of your ability. All right, that's cool. That's love. We got a lot of questions in the chat. Guys, if y'all want to jump in, I'm going to copy the link again. If y'all want to come on in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can come in and ask these questions directly to the family while they here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to stay on too long. You know what I'm saying? The wife is already telling me she's tired. She giving me the link like, yo, I'm tired. So, can't be online too long. But, what you call it? Let me see. Let's go with it. The guy that was in the live, Rasta Grant, he wrote in, he said, do you guys think that joining the political system here in America will negate the injustices that the same system perpetuated and continues to perpetuate for all these years?
Not sure exactly what he means by that, by joining their political system, or as far as like a political system in general.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish he was on the live. We could have asked that question live and direct, but because the question is not really that clear. Because if, like you said, their political systems or what we build our own. So it's like, because what we have in America, we have our own political system that we already been building and is built here in America, right? And I don't think that we're saying any of those systems will negate the injustices that's being perpetuated here. But I don't know. We need more clarity on that question. What if the father is in the picture? We got that one. Okay, I never got a social security number or birth certificate with the United States government for our child. Does that make a difference when getting my child's nationality? So
if you have a baptism of birth, you can use that. You could get one from the tribe. We can provide that for you, and you'll be able to get the social security number with that. And then the baptism of birth, which is something that indigenous people been doing and been colonized and what a lot of people know as now. Yeah. But we get the baptism of birth document, and you could take that to the Social Security. It says on the Palms Manual for Social Security that tribal documents are accepted. So that's an official tribal document for the pretty much certificate of birth through the tribe. And you take that, you take it over to the Social Security, give them the documentation, and they'll be able to provide you a Social Security number. And those are things you want to do if you want to interface with the United States and open bank accounts. Till we get our own banks and stuff like that. This is how we have to do it. The more people that we get to join the tribe and pay the annual dues, so we can have money in the treasury. to open up our schools and build our cities, our own, and buy our blocks. This is how we're gonna have to do it to interface.
Peace, sis. So the sister that asked that question is now in the chat. I mean, she's in the live. So, peace. You can unmute yourself and you can ask. You know what I mean? I guess.
Greetings. I'm kind of getting like some feedback here. I'm still listening to the live on the YouTube.
Oh, nah, yeah. Turn that down. Yeah, because you're going to have that.
Okay, maybe I should pause this real quick. I hate to have you repeat it all over again, but I missed it.
Alright, can you hear us?
I can hear you. I'm gonna mute the YouTube because it's delayed anyway. But yeah it's fine.
Yeah, so pretty much you get a baptism of birth.
Okay, so I have from my midwife. She's a certified registered doctor as well. So she gave us a live certificate of birth, so to say, like an announcement. So it has from her doctor's letterhead, father and the mother's name, date of birth, all that stuff. So, but it's not registered through the government.
Yeah, so we can do that and match it with the tribal documentation, and then you could use that because on the POMS manual, POMS for the Social Security Administration, it shows, I forgot what number it was, but it states that tribal documents are accepted to get a Social Security number.
Okay, so I do need to get a Social Security number for her.
If you want to interface and stuff, for them for your child to interface, with the United States to do certain things, especially, they want to end up getting a bank account with a U.S. bank or, do whatever it is, work or what have you, And that doesn't put you, that doesn't take away your nationality and your rights, having a Social Security number or nothing like that.
And could she choose to do that later in life? Could she choose to do it maybe when the child is of age to work or things like that?
Yeah.
Right. Because I don't really see us living in the United States for too much longer. It's my goal to move out of the country, but probably still have a business set up here just for income purposes or whatnot. But that would be I was envisioning that be through our business and our EIN number and all of that. Which wouldn't have anything to do with her, but she would have full access to that because, I'm setting that up for her. So I don't know, I guess I need like a life coach who I can talk with that can kind of plan out like a 20-year plan for me type of thing so that I'm making the right moves right now to set me up for, the future. I feel very aligned and very, in my purpose here with where I'm going with this, because I've been thinking about nationality and claiming with honor for like 5 years now. So I think the time is right.
Right.
And I don't really have connections with her father. I'm her sole primary caretaker. I don't see. I just think that he would, not to get all personal, but I think that there might be some hesitation just out of him wanting to be in control.
Yeah.
So there might be some issues there. So I was just wondering how much of his, signatures and his approval do I actually have to have? Because we really don't have any legal ties. We don't have any government ties outside of, like I said, we just have her certificate of birth from our midwife.
So yeah, you just don't know him. You don't know where he's at. and pretty much, you know,
Right.
just don't know where he's
Right.
at, his whereabouts. So this is what it is.
Because he
So-
can't
Okay.
take you to court
Okay.
because his name is not on a birth certificate.
Exactly. You have all
Yeah.
rights right now to do what you
And
want.
plus, also you would need
Okay.
a social security to get a passport as well. So
Right.
So
Okay.
being that, you know, Arn is still pretty small, we still use the U.S. government passport because as a national, you have allegiance to the United States.
Mhm.
So we still use their passport because we can't have, like, you know, if something happens abroad, overseas, something happens to you, we don't have a strong enough army to come and rescue you.
Right.
So this is why we still use
Right.
the U.S. passports. And, you know, nationality, you also can have dual citizenship, being a national with ARNA.
That was my next question.
Be considered as a citizen in the United States and still protected as a national.
Okay.
So something happens, you know, you still be able to go to the U.S. embassies or whatever country that you're
Right.
in and
Right.
have that protection as well. So it's not
Okay.
like totally like, you know, we're bashing the U.S. government and done away. We're just knowing how to interface and use it to our best advantage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You answered all my questions, and I'm ready to move forward. So I can go to your site, More Life Solutions, to do a consultation and go through all of those steps.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
You could watch the video. I have the
to
video.
start the nationalization process.
Yeah, I have the orientation videos there.
Okay.
It gets a lot of information, and if you still need more information, if you for sure want to do it, you could just sign up and do the nationality service, and you know, we could speak more. If you're still hesitant and just want to do a consultation, we could do a consultation. But it's a lot of information on there, plus what we discussed. And
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we have you on Instagram. You can always go
Yeah.
to our
Okay,
link
gotcha.
tree as well. Our link tree will link you directly to the link that you want.
Yes. And everyone,
Okay,
please
I saw that on
remember.
your page.
Everyone, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for other videos. We go live every Wednesday for our Wellness Chat Wednesdays.
Yes.
Okay.
Please don't forget that. I just put
Thank
all those
you.
links. No
Thank
problem,
y'all
sis.
so much. Thank y'all.
No problem,
Peace,
sis.
Queen.
Peace and love.
Peace.
I just put
Peace.
all of the links
Thank
in the
you.
group chat. You know what I'm saying? MoreLifeSolutions.com. We put the link to our wellness chat. Sorry, we put the link to our Pathway to Wellness program. We put the link to the homeschooling institute that we help run and things of that nature. So, guys, support. Thank y'all for being here. If there's nobody else that wants to come on into the live stream, you know what I'm saying? Let me look in here if we got anybody up in here. If you guys don't have anybody else has the bravery to jump up in here and want all that smoke, I'm going to leave it to, you know, More Life Solutions to close out. You know what I mean? Say a couple words to the family that is here. I think we had a powerful build. You know what I'm saying? We had over 100 people watching this stream tonight. You know what I'm saying? We grown YouTube. We getting there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We also have some trolls in the building. We love it. We want all the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna always happen, no matter who you are. It doesn't even matter.
I was like, oh, we got some trolls in here. Let's get it.
I didn't see that. Where did you see that?
Oh, nah, I was a moderator. I had to be my own moderator. I had to retract those statements. You know what I'm saying?
Cut them out.
You gotta cut them out real quick. But it was all good, though. You feel me? Very informative information. Thank you. Thank you, sis. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you show some love. Also, you guys, if you guys want to, you know what I'm saying, help donate or whatnot, or send some love offerings, you can do so by...
Put y'all Cash App in the chat. More Life Solutions.
Yeah.
Put it right now.
Hold up. Y'all can donate right over here, family. You know what I'm saying? Send some love. Okay? Let's bring them back on the screen. Okay.
And one more quick thing too. Let me just run this out. One little breakdown of, you know, shows the indigenous government and what people have been misconcepted of. So, see the dollar bill, right?
Yeah.
So this is a seal right here. This is why the dollar bill never changes. All the other bills change. So you see here is two seals, one from the United States and one for the indigenous governments. That's what that represents. So I know there's a lot of videos going out there, it's Illuminati this, Illuminati that. That just means enlightened one, right? So this is the seal here. This shows indigenous governments that are set up on the land, and it's multiple. You know, we have Arna, we have the Choctaw, the Cherokees, all indigenous governments set up on the land. And this is the United States government seal right here that's set up there. Once which they got from our ancestors out in Africa and stuff like that, how they set that one up. But this is what it is right here, you know? So this is one of the evidence of, you know, the indigenous governments and the United States European government set up here.
Fire.
Just wanted to throw that out there real quick. So that's why the bill never changed. That's a seal right here. And some even call it like a little magic symbol. But that's why this bill never changes.
With that, you know what I'm saying? You see how they dropped that on you, know what I'm saying? You learn something new every day, family. You know what I'm saying? That's a $1 bill you got in your wallet right now. You not even thought about it or thought of something like that. So that's crazy, right? So we love the information. Thank you guys for coming on tonight. This is
Thanks for having us.
This is great.
Nah, we gotta do this again. Don't forget, family, we're gonna be starting our own jurisdiction in the Manhattan region.
Thank you everyone for joining, of course.
Salute to everybody that joined.
Yes.
Salute to everybody that was in the live. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like the video, thumb up the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. This video is gonna jump right back onto this channel, so you can share this to your friends, family, whoever you think needs this information about, you know what I mean, getting these exemptions from taking these vaccines. You know, some of our family, we don't want to put those things inside of our bodies, family. We're not with it. We're not with the shits. You feel me? But I'm so glad that we got to have you guys on here. We also plan on starting we're gonna be starting our own jurisdiction in the Manhattan jurisdiction, right? Right in this region. Manhattan, right? So we're gonna be doing our own, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing the online classes. You know what I'm saying? We'll be able to, you know what I mean? Basically, you know what I mean? Do the nationalities, do the health courses. We're gonna be doing all that. We can do it physically or online. You know what I mean? Depending on how this pandemic, scandemic things keep going. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? Because this is about self-autonomy. This is about doing things for ourselves. This is about not depending and being dependent on, you know what I mean, the powers that be or the elites. This is about us, you know what I mean, asserting our natural rights on the land and doing what we need to do for ourselves, right? So we're not going to wait for them and let them tell us that, hey, you know, you can do this now. It's like, nah, we moving. You know what I'm saying? We're going to work with the tools and what we have right now, what we can utilize at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, shout out to Arna, Aboriginal Republic of North America. You feel me? I know Manny got the shirt on too. I don't know what Huyana, what's up, man? What's up?
I'm late to the party.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? But we here, family, and you know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed the live tonight. And with that, this was another Wellness Chat Wednesdays. Are you eligible for vaccination exemptions? Share the video. This is you. Balance Healing, More Life Solutions.
Follow us on IG.
Follow the family.
Find us on IG.
It's really nice. Thank you guys.
Oh, no
Thank
problem,
you.
sis.
You're welcome.
Peace.
Alright.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right, y'all.
Peace, family.
Peace. All right, family. So, you know, that was Wellness Chat Wednesday. That was our guest. I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of powerful information in there. We had some good talks. Please don't forget to send some love offerings. Our Cash App is right on the side. If you really enjoyed the information, you can send something to us. Make sure you go on the website. If you want to sign up for the Pathway to Wellness program, if you want more information about the Homeschooling Institute that we run, all that stuff is in the chat. And with that being said, we are Balance Healing. I'm down with Jack of all trades, down with JWT. And you got my queen over here.
Yes,
Goddess.
Lieutenant Goddess. All right,
Love you.
peace, family.
Peace, love, light, black power. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all.